Is it worth buying an 11-year-old Sony A5100 in 2025? I picked this up secondhand for £200 here in the UK. That costs about $300 US. So my main issue is I actually have a camera. The one I'm filming on right now is a fantastic camera. It's the Sony ZV-E1. It's a full frame camera, but the problem I have with it is it's just expensive. It's a £2,000 camera here in the UK. I've got a lens which is nearly 800 quid, and I'm not comfortable taking that camera with me just on a trip to the beach where it could get sandy and ruined, or out in the rain because there's no weather sealing on this camera. Or if I go to a city like London, could it get nicked and then it's my main camera gone that I use for work on a weekly basis? So I've been on a journey to find a small, lightweight camera that provides better images than you get out of an iPhone. Somewhere that sits between an iPhone and a mirrorless camera, but closer to a mirrorless camera. And I tried out a few different cameras. I bought a few used Lumix cameras, really good. But honestly, looking back at some of the images, I think the difference between the iPhone and the Lumix, the iPhone has got so good now that I just gave up. I thought, what's the point? So I settled on APS-C. This is where the images get really nice. And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna try this Sony A5100. Now, look at this. I don't know if the camera can focus on this. Look how narrow and small this camera is. It's absolutely tiny. And the best thing about it is it shares the same sensor as the Sony ZV-E10 or an A6400. So you could be getting some absolutely fantastic looking images and video coming from a camera like this for just 200 quid. So let's look at some shots and let's talk about it some more.
So I'm just going to talk over these photos as we're viewing them. These were all taken on the A5100 and the Viltrox 15mm lens that I will show you later in the video. And I've got to say, the image quality kind of blew me away. I thought this would be okay. I thought it would look dated. I thought the color science would be terrible. But actually, just pulling them into Lightroom, pressing auto on a color fix, did the job. I didn't really do much else. On a couple of the photos, like this photo here, you'll see that I have added like my own distinct look, and I can show you that in another video, but really nothing that crazy. This one's a natural one. You can just see the colors really punch. The depth of field is fantastic. The 15mm angle looks great when you're really trying to fit in buildings or just large cityscapes like this. Now you can see at night here on this rooftop bar in Malaga. The nighttime performance of this lens and this camera is actually really good, pretty acceptable. And if we go back to that 15mm look, it just means you can fit in entire buildings like this, just like you can with an iPhone's wide angle lens. And that's why for me, I always tend to go for a wider angle lens, because you get shots like this. A 35mm, yes, looks more natural and more pleasing, but you have to stand further away. So I prefer the 15mm.
So some initial shots there, and as you can see, I think they're pretty impressive. But there are some other things, some other reasons why I think this is actually a good camera in 2025. Number one, we have a flip up screen. This makes it great if you are on holiday and you want to take those selfies with you and your partner. Really good for that. Second thing, which you don't get on a lot of cameras these days, is a pop-up flash. So if you want those kind of 90s inspired images where it looks a bit retro, you get that blasted flash, or you just want better night selfies of you and your friends or your partner, this camera can deliver on that. It can also shoot in full HD, and the video quality is surprisingly okay. Take a look at this.
Future Mark jumping right in here. Now, if you're into video, before I play you those clips, if you want to be more productive and you want just a great tool on your desktop, which is going to help you edit faster than ever before, you need to check out the Editor's Keys range of keyboards. This one here is for Final Cut Pro, and technically I guess this isn't really a sponsor because we are Editor's Keys, but check out these keyboards. If you want to edit faster and you want all of the shortcuts to your favorite program, maybe yours is Final Cut Pro, Premiere Pro, Lightroom, or Photoshop, check out the Editor's Keys site. I'll put a link in the description below. It's going to help you edit faster than ever before. I of course use them for every single video that I edit, and we have thousands of customers around the world. So if you want to check out that, check out the link in the description below. Now, let's check out the video from the Sony A5100.
Okay, so is the Sony A5100 any good as a vlogging camera in 2025? Well, this is the Viltrox 15mm lens, and as you can see, it's actually very nice and wide. We get a nice wide view. However, there's no image stabilization within this camera, so you can see as I walk, it's pretty shaky. We might be able to fix this in post, but we'll check that out as well. So I won't be vlogging a lot because this is an internal microphone as well, which isn't that good. I'll get some shots of the city, so let's take a look at that. Now honestly, you're probably not going to do what I'm doing right now, which is walking and talking. I've watched a few shots back. As you can see, it is pretty shaky. But actually, I think if you were still, if you still wanted to use this for filming, it's only HD. But I think if you held it still, it's not too bad. And if you had a tripod as well, you could completely get rid of the shake. And not all videos need to be walking and talking.
Okay, I am back from Malaga and I've brought with me a pretty heavy cold that I can't seem to shift. But looking at those photos, I was actually super impressed. I wasn't actually expecting much from a £200 camera, but actually, I think when you pair it with this Viltrox lens, this is the 15mm lens, and this is just £229 on viltrox.co.uk. I paid for this out of my own money. This is not a sponsored video, so I was prepared to say this lens may not really be any better than the kit lens, but I would actually say it's a lot better than the kit lens if you want that ultra wide look. Now, for me, even though I do prefer that 15mm look because I think it looks similar to your main iPhone camera's lens, and it's great for fitting in buildings, it's great if you want to do selfies, I think I'm going to try the 25mm lens. So if you want to see that video, I'm actually going to email Viltrox and see if they'll let me just borrow one for a couple of weeks so I can make my mind up whether I should keep this 15mm or maybe go up to 25mm, which I think would be an equivalent of like a 35mm. But just looking at those images, I was super impressed. They give me exactly what I need. Just that jump up from an iPhone. I don't know what it is. For most people, the iPhone is absolutely fine, but for me, it's just a little bit more pleasing. Now, I did record some video as well. Again, I'm pretty surprised by this footage. Now, bear in mind, this is all HD footage. It's not 4K, and it's filmed at 25 frames a second in 8-bit. But actually, I think it looks okay. It is very, very shaky, and that's the caveat for me. It's a little too shaky. So there we go, in a pinch, I think you could actually record some video with this. Maybe you just want a bit of extra B-roll, or maybe because this is the camera that you're going to throw in your bag for 200 quid, maybe if you want to film, you can. You would definitely need a couple of things. You definitely need to use a tripod. I don't think you could walk, talk and vlog with this. And it doesn't support an external microphone, so you may need an external recorder if you want good audio. Now, actually, if you apply an audio preset like the Final Cut AI ones or an Editor's Keys one, you can actually make it sound better. I'll play my own clip back. Have a check of this.
Okay, so is the Sony A5100 any good as a vlogging camera in 2025? Well, this is the Viltrox 15mm lens, and as you can see, it's actually very nice and wide. We get a nice wide view. However, there's no image stabilization.
So there you can see you can make some difference to the audio, and it's not too bad in a pinch, but really if you're making video as a content creator, you want the best audio video that you can get, and I don't think this camera is for that. The lens, however, the Viltrox lens, this is the kit lens back on this now, the Viltrox lens actually very, very good, and I'm super impressed with that. So let me know what you think. A 200 quid camera, £200, about $250. Would you invest in one of these? It's a bit of an ancient relic now, but I love it. It's small, it's thin, it's lightweight. I'm not fretting about it. I can stick it in my camera bag, and it gives me that image quality that I was looking for. So a bit of a different video today, a bit more of an experiment, just something I was going to do for myself. And actually it's turned out okay. So any questions or comments, let me know below. And would you like us to try out any other old tech? I know Lewis at Editor's Keys is very much into DV cam and mini DV cam shooting at the moment. So if you'd like to see a video on that, let us know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.